Hello, Ragnarok fans, and welcome again to another Ragnarok origin discussion. And in this video, I'm going to share my thoughts on the equipment system here in Ragnarok origin, which is very different from what you saw on the Ragnarok M Eternal Love before. So this one is their equipment system is kinda unique in my opinion. Okay, so here's the point of discussion for today. Number one is that you can buy basic equipments level 10 and 30 on different towns. Let's say if you want to jumpstart you want to buy them while you are leveling below level 50. But in my observation, these items are quite insignificant because at this point, below level 50, I was carried by my mercenaries. Right, yeah. That's my observation. And these items here are mostly for reputation or quest submission, which I will discuss on a separate video about reputation. So if you go to Frontera, then you go to the middle. In the middle of Frontera, here you can find a vendor. So if I click here, so you can see he's selling some items here, which maybe you can use when you are below level 50 or 40, okay, to support your questing, storyline questing, right? Same here. So if you go to different towns, you can find different kinds of NPC that sells different kinds of weapons. But again, they are very insignificant based on my own observation because your mercenary will carry you. That's why for your first mercenary, I would recommend you select a DPS mercenary, right? Like an archer. So the archer is a good first companion. Okay? And better start crafting items when you hit level 50 because crafting equipments here takes a lot of resources, which I will show you now. Okay, so if you go to the Frontera and you go to the middle, so on the northeast side you can see equipment shop here. So here's where you can find everything that's related to your equipment. Okay, actually in every town you can also find them, but the most famous one is the equipment shop here in Frontera because they are already in one building. So here, oops, so here you can see equipment and armor crafting. So you can see that's a lot of resources for you to grind, right? Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of resources for you to grind. And especially if you're if you would play this game as a free-to-play player, okay, you will need to conserve your Zenny, silver Zenny, right? Because of this one. So you can acquire this one through events, right? But the easiest one is by buying it through Zenny on the store shop. So you can acquire Zenny on a daily basis by participating on events. But for heavy spenders, they can just convert their catnips into Zenny. So it will be easier for heavy spenders to craft their items. For free-to-play players, you will need to grind them. Okay? That's where Freya's luck blessing will come into play. So, okay. So first, again, on my previous video, I talk about battle time. So battle time is the time wherein if this is not yet depleted, you will still gain job experience and the drop as well. So once this one gets depleted, so this one turns to color red, then you will not gain drops anymore and experience. But with Freya's luck blessing, once you activate it, you can still grind and then you can get drop from monsters, but never the experience. Okay, so you will need to do a lot of grinding here to craft your equipments. Okay, and you will also need grinding for reputations, which is another discussion. Okay, so why I say you can start crafting only by the time you reach level 50 plus, because that's the time where you will need to participate on dungeons. In most cases, level 50 plus, that's the time where you will have to look for a party and join some dungeons, because if you are weak, then you are a liability to your party, right? Unless you have friends who are strong enough to carry you. So if you see here on the world chat, if you see this HHH book, you see this one, book 6, book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, HHH, these players are all pertaining to dungeon plays. Okay, so don't be a liability to your team unless you have a strong friends who will carry you, right? So same thing with armor, you will also craft them, right? And these are the materials. And the good thing about this one is that you can actually track them. Okay, like in my case, I am trying to craft a shield right now, which is this one. So I can just track this one. Then once tracked, you can go to content tab. Then here you can see track, upgrade, buckler. And from here, I can find where I will get the items, right? So crafting material level, I lack crafting material level 60, so I can get it from store and some events. So the easiest one is store, but requires Zenny. So let's say going to craft graves, so track. So track, then I lack red feather, so I can click this one. Then from here, it will show you which mobs you can hunt red feather. Then if you can click this one, it will auto-pat you. So it's quite easy. So there's an auto-pat system there, so nothing complicated. You just need to make an effort on crafting, on grinding to craft them, right? So there are two kinds, normal and special. So the special ones, if you would see, they have special effects or attributes, but in order for you to craft them, you will need blueprints. Okay, like if I go to 70, so here there are special items here. So I am a tank, okay, tank crusader, and I will need this one. Recovers 2% of max HP every 2 seconds, and this one has special item because it has its own effects, or special attributes. So refine level 6, you will get this special effect. Refine level 10, you will get this special additional effect. But for you to craft it, you will need a special blueprint, which you can get again on dungeons and dungeons, most especially dungeons. Because the ones that you will use to exchange them on this equipment drawing merchant, you can get them on dungeon. So unlike this one pike, you can see it's a very basic equipment, but it's easier to craft because it doesn't have any blueprints needed. So maybe you can start with normal equipment crafting, then later on, once you become active on dungeons, then you can start aiming for this one. So if let's say I go to this one, Sage Room Blueprint. So it will auto-path me to the NPC where I can exchange for blueprints. Actually, you can get blueprints directly. If you are lucky, you can get them straight on dungeons. If not, then you will need to exchange for them. You will need some piece of items to exchange, which you will also find on dungeons. And yeah, and that dungeon is okay. You go to the events tab. So this is the dungeon. You have 2 chances every day, but you can only enter 8 times a week. That's the limit. So and this one is the equipment drawing that's being dropped. Then once you have the equipment drawing, so you can just go here. Then you can exchange them, right? So in my case, I'm aiming for this one. So I still lacking with equipment shard. So yeah, and again, these are the items where you can acquire them, or yeah, places where you can acquire them, right? So again, it's very easy to understand, nothing complex about that one. So equipment refine can be transferred in this game as well. So like last time, I made some equipment transfer in my account. So you can do that on the same building. Okay. So if I go back to that same building there, there's an NPC there for equipment for transferring the equipment refine. Okay. So let's say previously I have this on level 50. I have a pike 2. Then I transferred it into a pike 3, the refine. Okay. So here's the place where you can refine your items, right? So this one, all of them are mostly +5 right now, except for one +6. So if let's say you crafted a new item and you want to transfer the refine. Let's say in my case, previously I have this pike. Okay, see? Production completed. I crafted this a while back. So, pike 2. And then, I crafted another pike. Pike 3. But, I need to transfer the refine. So, in order for me to do that, I just need to go here. And, on this place, you can just transfer the refine. So, as long as, I think, weapon to weapon. Something like that. Armor to armor. Okay. Then, opening of slots on crafted equipments gives the additional random stats in this game. So, when you craft an item initially, most of her slots are actually locked or not yet open. So, for you to do that, you need to go here. Open slot. Equip slot, then here, see? So it's currently locked right now. So this one is unlocked, then I put a card, right? So now let's say for this example, but I need to buy a diamond. So let me buy one. Ouch! Zenny again. Okay, so if I open the slot, see, there's a physical attack +2. And then I can replace the attribute. Hit. So retry. I don't want that one. So I stick with physical attack for now. And yeah, so that's the open slot. Then after you open the slot, you can add your cards whichever you like. And then accessories in general are being dropped by mobs and MVPs. So at least from what I know so far, you cannot craft accessories, but you can exchange them, which I will discuss a little bit later. So in here, okay, so in here you can find that I've looted some accessories previously, like this one. So this one are giveaways because this one is a server, private server, so they gave us some giveaways. Okay. But for this one, they're actually dropped by monsters. Yeah, I was able to get these accessories on certain monsters. Even if you kill MVP, so you can get accessories from them as well. See? Right? But you don't have to kill MVP actually. You can find the basic accessories on mobs as well. Except for this one, I believe this one is a quite rare accessory. Okay. And then, items in this game can be decomposed. So, what's the essence of decomposing an item in this game? So, here it is. So, if I click this one, these are the things that I've crafted previously. Then, decompose. Okay. Then again, it will auto-path me to the NPC where I can decompose the item, which is there. Okay. So, unidentified ore. No, not that one. So, here, magic equipment machine. Then, equipment disassembly. Then, I can just pick this one. Then, it will give me this type of crystal shard. Then, okay. Decompose. So, now, that crystal shard, I can use it to pull out equipment material here, right? And for this one, of course, we need this one, diamond 1 and 2 karat diamonds, right? Because you will need them to open slot, right? So what is this blue crystal shard? Okay, I still need one. Anyway, I don't need this anymore. I have them upgraded already. So 6. Okay, so now I can pull. Let's pull. Ah! Oridecon. So, piece of shit. And as well, you can also disassemble accessory. Okay, so I'm just going to disassemble one. Then you can get a different item, unidentified core. So, disassemble. Okay. Then, you can use that one to exchange for materials, right? And these are the materials here. So, level 65 accessory, magic box, but you will need 300. So, that's a lot, right? But actually, the evaluable item here, in my opinion, is this one. Zenny and this one, right? Or yeah, maybe you are very persistent, then maybe you can aim for much higher rewards here. Like I said, accessories can only be dropped on monsters. By grinding a lot, you can most likely get a lot of these items. Okay, and I believe they are not being sold on the auction house. So if you go to the shop, yeah, I cannot find here anything about accessories. Right, yeah, you cannot find anything here. So just materials and everything. Okay, and auction are cards. So yeah, you cannot sell accessories in this game. And yeah, I think that's it. And the last one is that you can convert your weapon on a different property. So let me... Okay, so I'm here now in Slood, where you can convert the property of your weapon, right? Because if let's say you are grinding and you want to counter the property of that monster that you are grinding in order for you to get a much higher damage, then this is the place. Precious merchant, then converter shop, then if I buy this one for spear, okay, buy, use, then pike, select converter, bam. So now my pike is enchanted with fire property, therefore I can now grind on monsters that doesn't like fire property, right? So like undeads, or I forgot the property system here, because right now I am grinding on bungons and munaks. So if I remember correctly, they don't like fire property. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's for my discussion on equipment system here in Ragnarok Origins. Thank you and bye-bye.